Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Does Something. I'm Jesse.
I'm Golden.
I'm Frankie.
I'm Alex.
Today we're doing something a little different. In celebration of, for us, the upcoming Spider-Man movie. For you, it's probably been out for a weekend. We're excited for not only that, but the also trailer drop for Spider-Verse. I thought, hey, let's do a video where we look at different versions of Spider-Man. And then I thought, what? Do I already know all of them? Let's find out. I had my friends go on the official Marvel wiki and look up weird versions of Spider-Man with no context, just pictures. And we put it in a group chat, and we're going to go through them and see if I know who they is. Let's find out. Okay, Golden's up first. Your first picture here, that looks like Steel Spider from Detroit.
Yeah, dang.
Yes, he's the Detroit Spider-Man. He has a metal... I mean, I'm going to put the image up somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool Spider-Man. I read it. He was in... I first saw him in Thunderbolts, I think it was, when Norman Osborn ran the team, and he refused to register with the comic version of Sokovia Accords. Mm-hmm. And so they sent off all their villains to arrest him. It's pretty cool. And then next you have, what's his name? Ezekiel Sims.
Dang!
He's, in the main universe, he's the guy who locks up Silk in the bunker for 15 years. But in another universe, he becomes Spider-Man. I forget why exactly. It was something like he felt bad about Peter dying in his universe. Something like that. He's in Spider-Verse. Okay, good job. Good job. Alex, is that Spiders Man?
Yes.
Yeah. He's cool. I haven't read that comic he's from yet, but I heard about him and I looked it up. I'm like, oh, he's a really cool idea for a character.
I was going to post a picture of just the spider in that page.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Just one spider, but I was like, that'd be too much.
Maybe. Yeah, he's millions of spiders who think they are collectively Peter Parker.
Hive mind.
It's a hive mind. Yeah. Cool. This might be a short video.
Start looking more, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought this would be like, oh, hey, hello. I do not recognize this spider person.
Oh, dang, Frankie got us.
This might be Frankie. Let's see. I don't recognize her, but looking at her costume looks similar to Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
But I'm going to say, I think she might be some variation of Spider-Man. The Aunt May became a spider person.
I didn't read the whole thing.
Well,
what's the name?
Her name's Petunia Parker.
Petunia Parker?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the garden spider. I think that's what it said. Hold on, let me go.
She looks like a gardener.
Yeah.
The garden spider.
So she gets bit by a garden spider?
I think it would be faster if we just went through this, honestly.
I'm typing.
Let's see who gets it
Go.
first.
Go, Gabe, go.
I'm not using swipe because that's cheating. Parker.
Okay, let's
Garden
see.
Spider. Yep, that's her.
Scroll down. She's from Earth 71925. Scroll down a little more. Go to click more. She was in Spider-Verse. Which is that that's the same Spider-Verse I read, I think.
This is the newest one.
Oh, I didn't read that. I didn't read that one then.
I got lucky.
She must have been a background character. I think this is the only image of her. Yeah.
There's two others on her page.
Oh,
Those other ones. Oh wow, who did that artwork?
Yeah, it looks ooh.
It's nice.
Really nice. She's small. Is she a tiny spider person?
Like, you're looking at a picture of them sitting on a flower.
Yeah, maybe she can. Maybe because it's a garden spider, she get the powers to shrink.
Or maybe she has the powers to grow a garden.
Or she
That's
talked
really
to Ant-Man and maybe got Pym particles.
Is there any details on her backstory?
She is the size of a bug.
Okay.
Unusual features.
Okay. Identity is a secret. Let's go down a bit more. Here we go. Petunia Parker was a spider totem who used her powers as Garden Spider. She was shrunken down to the size of a bug. Garden Spider was recruited by Spider-Man and Spider-Zero to rescue Spider-Ling from within the web of life and destiny. Yeah, I didn't read this one.
Oh, and Spider-Ling is Peter Parker and Mary Jane's daughter, who also is a spider. Yeah.
From the world where they never got divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her as a child. I think I read the comic where she's from originally. But I haven't seen her post that. Okay, hey, good job. You got a spider comic I haven't read yet. Oh, of course you picked him. This is Gabe. He was like a SHIELD agent or something that was pretending to be Miles to prove the father's loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I read Miles Morales. Although I gotta say, I don't like him as much now that he's in the main Marvel Universe continuity. I liked him better as being from a different universe where Spider-Man's dead. Now he's just decided to be Spider-Man on his own with no character growth. So it's like, well, the whole point was that he didn't want to be Spider-Man until Spider-Man died. Now Spider-Man never died, and he just wanted to be Spider-Man, and he got a costume somehow. I don't know. I thought that was a dumb choice, but he was really popular. What can you do? And this video is only about 7 minutes long. But hey, you guys got one. You got one.
I got one.
It had to be from a comic that came out a year ago because I haven't read a Spider-Man comic in a while. But good job, guys.
I almost put Arachnid in there, and then he started talking about Arachnid. I was like, dang it!
Oh yeah. While they were looking, my mind was wandering to Spider People, and I was just talking about Spider People, and I mentioned some that they were going to pick. I thought one of you was going to pick Mexican Spider-Man.
I wanted to pick Spider-Wade, but the only picture I could find had the swords on his back, and I'm like, I don't want it.
I mean, yeah, that's that from the time when when Deadpool traveled back in time and accidentally stopped Spider-Man, or he knocked him out or something. So he had to pretend to be Spider-Man in the past for like 10 years or something like that. He just did whatever Spider-Man did at the time, so the timeline wouldn't fall apart.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's not a different version of Deadpool where he's Spider-Man. It's our Deadpool who went back in time and just took the role of Spider-Man for a few years.
And he's obsessed with Spider-Man enough that he would know exactly what he was doing at any given point in time for 10 years.
A great comic is Spider-Man and Deadpool. I recommend at least the first run of it. It's very, very funny. Where Deadpool starts hanging out with Spider-Man, like outside of work.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. There's an issue where they go on blind dates that Deadpool set up. Even though he's married, he has a list of women where it's okay. It's his celebrity list, and on the list was number one was Thor if he ever became a woman, which at the time there was a female Thor, and number 2 you couldn't quite see it because it was kind of covered up, but you said Durman. Dur-Man. And later on in the issue, Spider-Man says, was my name on that list? No. Thanks for lying. It's a very funny comic.
I think I saw a few of them. I think that like one of the whole things was like Deadpool was becoming more like Spider-Man and Spider-Man was becoming more like Deadpool. The fact that Spider-Man was getting more violent because he was angry.
Well, I don't know about that one. I do know there was a storyline where Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Hulk traveled to another universe where they all became different heroes and villains. Spider-Man became Ghost Spider, who is like Ghost Rider. Deadpool became Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom became Deadpool. And I believe Bruce Banner became the Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
Was he still the Hulk?
Yes, but he separated the Hulk from his body using magic, and the Hulk became an unstoppable rage demon.
Oh.
That they had to fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, Deadpool meets a green Deadpool. He's, oh, you must be me in this world. And they hung out, they got all kinds of things in common. And then his head explodes, and you see a red Doctor Doom with Deadpool's like mask painted over the helmet. And he's like, finally, Victor Von Doom is dead. Now Wilson will rule. It's like, whoa, what? That was Dr. Doom?
Oh my God.
You're Deadpool? Pretty good. No, the comics are weird.
You know what I really want to see him do with the Hulk? Is the fact that he can see ghosts.
Yeah, they never do anything with that.
He's so afraid of ghosts, he trained himself to see and interact with ghosts so he could stay away from them.
Yeah, it's a weird detail that never comes up. Hulk can see ghosts.
I did not know that.
It's weird. I always thought it was because he had a childlike innocence. But did he train himself to do it?
He actually he was so afraid of them that he became able to interact with them.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. I thought you guys would go with who's this? Apak. I don't know his name, but I know I read that comic that he's in. Or was it the Spider-Man from 2211? That's a weird one. I guess you guys could probably figure out that, or figure that I would know who Wolverine Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
It's from a universe where everyone's Wolverine.
But I was like, this would be a fun one to show, but you're going to know who that is anyways.
Yeah, I know who that is. I think I have that comic. If it's from a What If, then I have it. Yeah.
I thought about Spider-Herc. Is the Hercules.
Oh. Yeah. Is that from another universe, or did he just do that?
I don't know. I looked at the picture and that would be fun, but I feel like it'd be too obvious. So.
I almost chose Spider-Punk, but I'm like, no, it's too easy.
I know Spider-Punk. He's from the original Spider-Verse comic. He's cool. He fights Norman Osborn's president, and he has an army of symbiotes, and they fight it with rock music, because loud noises mess up the Venom suit. So they play rock to fight against the man. And it's awesome. It's a cool comic.
Spider Suckers?
Oh yeah, you were saying you were going to do this one.
Oh yeah, no, that's the one I was going to do, Spider-Punk.
Okay. I see. Yeah, no, there are a lot of weird ones. This is... I was actually expecting more of a chance. I was actually getting worried, like, oh god. Maybe I don't know Spider-Man as well as I think I do. They're going to know. They're going to pick something. And you did. You picked her. I've been meaning to read Spider-Geddon and I guess the follow-up Spider-Verse. I never have. I read a bit of Web Warriors, which is also fun. Because that one has, I forget what they're called, but the Megamorph Spider-Man, which was like a giant robot Spider-Man toy. He shows up in that, and so does Megamorph Doc Ock. and they fight each other. It's really fun. It's a fun comic. Whenever I think there's more versions of Spider-Man than any other character, because they were like, screw it. In Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man from Marvel vs. Capcom shows up. And you know it's him because he shouts out his attacks before he does it.
Spider swing!
Spider swing! And the guy was like, what? Maximum spider! It's like, deflect. I don't know. What's happening? They had a comic strip Spider-Man who resets every 3 panels. I don't know if you ever read the Spider-Man newspaper strip. They were bad because you can't tell a Spider-Man story in 3 panels. They would go on, and then the next day or week or whatever, they would recap what happened last time in the first panel, and then continue the story in the next 2 panels. And then they would do it again and again every time. So it was awful. And that Spider-Man shows up in the big crossover event. And he just kept recapping what just happened.
We know! We were all here!
Like, why you...
We're still here!
I think they said there's something wrong with the flow of time in this universe. Like, it's constantly, redoing itself. It's a fun comic. And Spider-Man's a fun character, and I'm glad they're doing multiverse crap, because that's the thing I love. Yeah, I think it first started with the animated series, with the crossover episode they did with Spider-Man and Spider-Man and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
Just don't do clones. We don't need that.
Ultimate Clone Saga was pretty good.
Ultimate Clone Saga. The first one.
Because they knew they were going to end it.
Yeah. The beginning of the Clone Saga was cool, and then they just kept going. And I was like, no, stop.
Because it was doing so well, Marvel was like, we're not stopping this event. This event's going to go on all year. And then the next year. And then, people don't like it. We overdid it. Oh, no.
They beat the horse.
Yep. It's straight to dead, and then just kept hitting it
Our table, it's broken.
until it was dust.
Then they cloned it and did it again.
Years later, they brought back the Clone Saga in the main continuity. But in the Ultimate Comics, they had a mission to do the Clone Saga good. Like, we're doing it. We're gonna do it. And it's gonna be good. And it was. Well, anyway, I guess that's it. This video is long enough now. We only played the game for a little bit, because I was just like, oh, that's this one, this one, this one, this one. Next time we do something like this, I'll probably just have a prepared list of characters and to show you guys and get your reactions to. But for now, yeah, go see Spider-Man, I guess. Yeah. I mean, this isn't like a paid advertising. I'm just excited for the movie and wanted to do this. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, Internet.
Bye.
There's a universe where you don't say that.
There is no universe where I don't say that.